Hello ladies and gentlemen, we're back with another episode of the Master League on Pro Evolution Soccer 2021. Rumours abound that Oxlade-Chamberlain could well be transferred out. Nothing concrete coming from that yet, but we have had some pretty decent results actually. The 2-0 win over Fulham and then the transfer window or deadline day was last episode. We then drew 3-3 with Nottingham Forest, an absolutely crazy game with this. Dodo scored a fantastic goal from right back, just slaloming, picked the ball up just before his own halfway line, in his own half just for the halfway line, dribbled past a couple of players, a lovely ball roll at the end of it, toe poke finish past the keeper, 3-3, lovely stuff. We beat Leicester City 1-0, we beat Crystal Palace 1-0, and today we face, we beat Crystal Palace, we are Crystal Palace, we beat Southampton 1-0, today we face Aston Villa and Stoke City in the FA Cup, so it should be a good, all round it should be pretty good. And Hulk caused a stir, I'm sure, it's caused a stir when we signed Hulk. He is 36, but he's also very, very good. He is ridiculously good in our lineup, and I'm very happy he's on my team. He's offers so much more than Petkovic. It's unreal. And we now have a very good attacking lineup, as shown by this bench, because it's ridiculously good. We're going to bring on Danzo for Tapsoba. Shalov is actually going to get a start today because he's up for this, as is Chamberlain. He's going to start on that side. I'm wondering if, do we get a boost of anybody else? No, okay, we'll leave Goncalo Guedes on the bench. Palacios should probably come in to start ahead of Guendouzi. We'll put him in there as well. Lee Kang In should probably start ahead of Eze, but we won't. We'll leave Eze in because he is the club captain for this one. So Lafont in goal, and Babu, Danzo, Ferro and Zinchenko. Camavinga, Palacios, Eze, Brunetta, Chamberlain and Shalov all looking very good. We had a few questions on a previous episode that I forgot to address to say how do we do it. What are we sort of playing? Maintain formation, attacking through the centre, long pass, build up and counter attacking. Defensively, it's frontline pressure, contain the wide areas and conservative pressing. I don't want my players to go and automatically go and close the AI down, because that causes some issues, I think, for the AI when you tend to do that. I asked them wide so that our fullbacks actually go and mark the wingers if they've got them. Frontline pressure because I want us to actually be very not dropping deep into a sort of defensive shape. I still want my attacking players to stay forward, and that's what frontline pressure does. Maintain formation when we're playing, so I don't want people running around like headless chickens losing shape. Centre attacking positions, because we've got 3 central midfielders, so it sort of makes sense. Long pass build up. I rarely use long pass build up, but what that does is it encourages players to actually make runs away from you off the ball, and that can be really, really helpful. And I've just realised I haven't changed the screen back yet, so there we go. And counter attacking style, because I want it when we get the ball to my players to run forward. I don't want them to be pretty stationary, and that is how we line up. I've just made me realise as well then that we've probably forgotten a pro, ladies and gentlemen. I'm a pro at this. It's made me realise that you didn't see the schedule, but luckily I did talk you through the results anyway. Aston Villa, they've only got a home kit. Okay, the shorts clash there. I'd probably say the home kit. That's probably the best. Right, let's get to Villa Park for the first game of today's episode. So welcome to Villa Park for the Premier League game of Aston Villa at home hosting Crystal Palace. And there is new club captain Eze. He scored against Man City. A bit of a disappointing run of fixtures for him since then. The whole end will be loud and vocal in this one, supporting the home team, Aston Villa, and it should be a good game today. Crystal Palace actually sitting 6th in the table at the moment, flying high the Eagles, as Aston Villa are going to look to put a dent in their aspirations for this one, as Shalov gets a start up front. His goal scoring form has started well this season. Bertrand Traore there for Aston Villa, who was rumoured to be a potential signing for Crystal Palace earlier on, and Luka Milivojevic starting in the middle as captain for Aston Villa today. Ross Barkley in there as well. And this is how the home team line up. Martinez in goal, Ishenko, Howes, Mings and Target at the back, Douglas Luiz, Milivojevic and Barkley in the middle, Bertrand Traore, Wesley and Trezeguet up front. Matty Cash on the bench for the Villains. The Eagles of Crystal Palace line up with Lafont in goal, and Babu, Danzo, Ferro and Zinchenko at the back. Palacios, Camavinga and Eze make up their midfield three, with Brunetta and Chamberlain in support of Shalov. Barbosa, Hulk and new signings, or fellow new signing, Lee Kang In, all on the bench. So let's get this game underway. And, well, it's Aston Villa to kick off as the home team as the crowd just get to their seats and get ready for what we're all hoping to be a pretty entertaining game as Aston Villa give away possession relatively early. Eze just forced off it by Ross Barkley, though, and Crystal Palace will be hoping that the possession passing sort of base game will be won by them today. Traore very easily outpacing Zinchenko, but a very poor cross into the box. And the game may take some time to settle down. It's a bit frantic starts at the moment for Crystal Palace, but, well, Palacios has got so much space to run into here. Ezequiel Palacios, he goes around one. Barkley, great tracking back, though, to get a tackle in there. And you'd like to think Palacios, with a man of his pedigree and potential as a young player, would have had a better opportunity from that chance there as Eze comes forward. Barkley looking to track back again. Milivojevic playing against his former club. Does well to intercept that one, and again the game has started at a very frantic pace, so we're sort of getting used to this with Crystal Palace games at the moment. But 6 minutes in, 0-0, and Aston Villa have the ball, keeping it between their back four. So the game has now settled down. Palacios is here again, and he's got a ball through the middle looking for Shalov, but it was a good interception from Courtney Howes, and Bertrand Traore will look to launch a counter-attack, but Zinchenko stops that in its tracks as he picks out Brunetta with a lovely pass into Shalov. Again, Shalov just holds off Mings. Chamberlain has Zinchenko there. Again, Zinchenko tries to put it across. He'll win the corner off Milivojevic, and Crystal Palace getting into their stride somewhat here as we'll be looking, I'm sure, to take the most of a set piece again as Ferro's going to be up above target. It's bouncing around. Shalov should be able to keep this one in for the Eagles. Can turn, but Courtney Howes with a wonderful, easy tackle there as Wesley picks out Bertrand Traore. Zinchenko covers it well after taking the corner. Still 0-0, 15 minutes gone. Eze into Chamberlain. Rumoured to be leaving the club with some transfer interest in him. Gives it back to Eze. Tries to put that into Brunetta, but just a bit too far in front of the wide forward of Brunetta as Target picks the ball up. Danzo will have plenty of time to measure his header into the path of Camavinga. Eze can turn and hold off Douglas Luiz into Brunetta. Brunetta has runners, and one of them is Shalov. Shalov with a shot, couldn't get his foot around it. Still 0-0, first real chance of the game as Eze turned well, put it into Brunetta. He used the overlapping run as a bit of a decoy into Shalov, and the first time shot just hit a bit too straight. Past the goal it goes. Douglas Luiz on the left-hand side for Villa into Trezeguet. Matt Target in a bit of space. Jumps around the tackle of Mbabu very easily. Still going here, Matty Target. And he's got a ball in the middle. Palacios manages to get a foot in. It's going to fall to Barkley with a shot on Lafont with a very good save. Solid hands from the new shot stopper in net for Palace. And Brunetta's put a lovely ball flicked in there. And Shalov could well be in. He's a bit far out. Good hit and a great save from Martinez in goal as Milivojevic had to dive in at the last moment to try and get a block. Lovely quick ball from Lafont. Brunetta with a lovely touch inside. Palacios flicked it on once more. Shalov a touch, a shot from distance, and a good save from Emi Martinez to keep it at 0-0. Zinchenko over this one. And it's just seeing what movement he's got in here. Zinchenko fires this one in towards the near post just above the height of Oxlade-Chamberlain, and Aston Villa have sort of dealt with this. A little bit of trouble at the back there. Camavinga will win that header rather easily. Shalov, nice back heel into the path of Brunetta. Brunetta looks to dink it over Courtney Howes, who's headed it, well, out to safety, but Emi Martinez did not look very comfortable with that one. And Zinchenko to take yet another corner for the Eagles. It's going all the way across to the back post. Ferro's beaten in the air. Eze flicks it onto Brunetta. His shot's blocked. And Eze will get there again. Tries to square it to the path of Palacios, but Douglas Luiz reads it. And it remains 0-0. 25 minutes gone in this one as well. And Babu's actually made a very good interception, but a very poor pass forward. And Aston Villa hold on. Milivojevic on the ball into Ross Barkley. Tries to feed that one through to Danzo. Eze rushes his clearance a little bit. Milivojevic into Wesley. Danzo's there. It's a good save again from Lafont, and Babu just tries to clear this one away up towards Brunetta. But Aston Villa coming back again at the Eagles, who are looking a little bit stretched at the back. Trezeguet up against Mbabu. Mbabu with a good block on the cross. Trezeguet gets it back for a second attempt in towards Ferro, and Lafont with a good catch again. Can he use that really useful low kick out? This one's not as accurate. Rolls out for a throw-in to the home team. Douglas Luiz cross-field ball to Bertrand Traore. First early cross coming in. Wesley's knocked that down really well to Ross Barkley. What a finish that is. A lovely target man header down from Wesley to Ross Barkley, who runs off celebrating after a superb goal. Douglas Luiz here pulled out a lovely crossfield pass. Good control from Traore, and then an early cross in, and well, Wesley knocks this down wonderfully, and first time a lovely finish from Ross Barkley. Crystal Palace have been the better team, but find themselves 1-0 down to, well, what is a very good goal there as Barkley. Just a nice controlled finish into the bottom corner. It's 1-0 Aston Villa. Bertrand Traore's battered his way through here. Wesley with a shot. Lafont with another good save. And, well, Crystal Palace nearly found themselves 2 goals down inside 2 minutes there as Wesley picked the ball up into Bertrand Traore. He sort of bundled his way past Ferro. Back to Wesley. An early shot. Lafont had enough about him to keep that one out. He's on a good string of clean sheets, but he's not getting one today, the new goalkeeper. 1-0 Aston Villa. Corner. Milivojevic swings it in. Palacios is there, and it was a good header from Douglas Luiz, but a goal kick to Crystal Palace. And Babu up the line to Brunetta. Brunetta comes forward. He's got Eze in a bit of space. Finds him. Left-footed drive. A lovely finish from Abita Eze, who has embraced the captaincy here at Crystal Palace. It's a wonderful strike. And then Babu up the line to Brunetta. Brunetta square to the space into Eze. A wonderful left-footed, low-driven shot from Eze. And it's 1-1 here at Villa Park. And Babu did really well to get away from Trezeguet. Brunetta came in field, and Eze just in the middle out-muscled Milivojevic and then got a rifled shot off. And Martinez has absolutely no chance with that one. It's a wonderful hit as it's a square ball there from Brunetta. Timed to perfection. Eze gets their left-footed drive round Courtney House. Martinez no chance. It's 1-0. No, it's not. It's 1-1. Sorry, at Villa Park. Wesley with a good turn. He's put a lovely ball through into Trezeguet. Lafont's there. A good save again. And Babu's happy just to sort of clear his lines. Palacios with a good header down to Camavinga. Can Crystal Palace launch a counter-attack here? Eze turns it into Shalov. Shalov has Brunetta making a run, but Matty Target kept his positional sense very well alive there as Ferro flicks that one, well, can't win the flick on, sorry, and Wesley flicks it on. Trezeguet in some space for Aston Villa, in towards Wesley over the bar, and he's getting the best of Danzo today. Camavinga on the ball, lays that into Palacios, tries to go up towards Shalov, but it's intercepted. Come out to Babu. And Babu has time to pick out a cross, looking for Chamberlain at the back post, but Martinez claims it well, and Aston Villa will be pretty pleased, you think, to get into half-time at 1-1. A good goal from Ross Barkley, and a good finish from Eze as well has made this one that result at half-time. But Crystal Palace arguably having the better of it. What do the stats say? It's 7 shots to Villa, 4 for Crystal Palace, so maybe I'm mistaken in my thoughts there. One change for Crystal Palace at half time. It's the assist maker Brunetta who comes off to replace by Goncalo Guedes, who will just sit in nicely on this right hand side. He's into the action straight away as Crystal Palace look to come forward with Eze. Plays a nice little ball into Shalov, and Eze's there again. Eze shoots past the post. Good attacking start that from Crystal Palace. 46 minutes on the clock, and Ruud Gullit feels like that should have probably been 2-1 to Crystal Palace. Eze should have had his second of the game there. Lovely bit of give and go. Eze back to Palacios. Palacios then fed it back through into Shalov. Flick round the corner, and Eze's shot just couldn't get the angle on it. Not troubling Martinez at all. It remains 1-1 here at the start of the second half. Camavinga out to Chamberlain. Once again, it's following the sort of pattern of the first half where Crystal Palace are having the better of it, and Aston Villa are looking to hit on the counter-attack. Courtney House at the back goes long looking for Wesley. Ferro's easily going to win that one as Babu has time to try and pick a pass. He looks up towards Shalov, who's, well, they've got a bit lucky there. Palace, as Eze could be in again, but Eschenko had to cover that well from left back and did so as Wesley up against Danzo yet again in what's been an aerial battle for the ages. Eze out to Chamberlain. Chamberlain just holds this up, waiting for the run of Zinchenko, and he gets it. Chamberlain went for a bit of a fancy pass which slowed the ball down. Palacios out to Goncalo Guedes. He's got the pacey and Babu going on beyond him, and then Babu's got into some space here, puts it across. Shalov with a header. It's hit the back stanchion. He got in front of Tyrone Mings, and that's a very unlucky header from Shalov as it was played in here. And then Babu, the pace of Babu, accelerating past Matty Target. Lovely ball to the front post. Just stood up for Shalov to attack, and well, Martinez would have been worried about that one, I'm sure. Goncalo Guedes picks up the ball. He's got Eze in some space, ignores the run, puts it in towards Palacios, who looks out towards Chamberlain, but not a good pass. And Palacios has been guilty of that a few times today as, Milivojevic floats a lovely ball over to Wesley, hits it early. And Lafont moaning at his defenders, but Wesley probably could have run in on goal and had a much better opportunity. A lovely pass from Milivojevic into the space for Wesley here. Saw the run, a lovely chip ball over the top early on. Danzo just muscled out of it. And there were rumours that Danzo was going to be sold in the summer, but nothing came of that. Camavinga into Eze, who's picked up a pocket of space. Shalov up against Courtney House, just turns into the defender and can't accelerate away from him. Barkley up to Wesley, who's given the ball away that time, and Babu read it well. Palacios looks out to Goncalo Guedes, but again Palacios gives the ball away. And it is Ezequiel Palacios who's replaced by Guendouzi coming on in central midfield for the Eagles. So an hour gone and the Villa faithful are in full voice trying to encourage their team forward, but Goncalo Guedes has picked out Oxlade-Chamberlain and his control lets him down massively there. And it really should have been an opportunity for Crystal Palace to retake the lead. Did we take the lead? No, it was 1-0 down. Should have been an opportunity for Palace to finally take the lead. Milivojevic out to Bertrand Traore, who's got Zinchenko for company on that wing. Bertrand Traore cuts infield. He's still going, the nippy winger. He's done well. Left-footed shot is straight into the back of Danzo. And it's being kept alive here. And there's Barkley. It's got to be a goal. And it's 2-1 Villa. And again, a defensive mix-up at the back. It's one of those ones where PES doesn't let you do something because it changes too slow, and that's what they need to fix for PES 22. There, it didn't let me do anything. I was trying to kick clearance. It wouldn't let me. It automatically moves him forward. Barkley with a tackle. 2-1 Villa. And with that, Gullit uses his third and final substitution. Hulk comes on to replace Oxlade-Chamberlain. And it looks like Goncalo Guedes has moved over to his more favoured left wing position, leaving Hulk to settle in behind the striker as his first involvement is to not get a touch of the ball. Guendouzi up to Eze. Eze's got time and space to run into here. Eze up against Courtney House, sort of turned into the defender. Terrible decision making from me as Wesley comes forward with it now. Douglas Luiz all the way back to Tyro Mings, and Villa know they've got the ascendancy here with a 2-1 lead. Douglas Luiz gives that one back to Trezeguet. Fires it in towards Ross Barkley. A shot from range, easy for Lafont, that one. And he's going to go quickly out to the right-hand side to try and bring Hulk into the game. Hulk gives the ball away. And according to this is his debut live on camera, I sort of want him to have a good performance as Trezeguet could be in behind. He's going to flick and get it. He did a give and go to get around Danzo. Lovely bit of trickery from Trezeguet there to try and tease Danzo into giving away a penalty, but didn't have a chance, and Wesley's offside. Douglas Luiz picks up a pocket of space again. Danzo for company. Wesley into the box, turns away from Ferro. Good save from Lafont, and he's potentially kept his team in this here as Zinchenko has the ball, lays that off to Ferro. He can put it on one more to Guendouzi, and Crystal Palace looking to build something from the back here. And it's Hulk who's picked this one up, and Hulk fancies a hit from range. Oh, not far away from the Brazilian, the veteran Brazilian there, fed by Eze. Fancied a hit, and well, Martinez will say he had his angles covered, but this view will be able to show us a little bit better how close that was to the goal for the Hulk as he came forward here, weighed up that favoured left foot. It wasn't far off. Eshenko on the right hand side, back to Bertrand Traore. Eshenko again. Zinchenko looking tired and just not quite getting to grips with his defensive duties, but he's done well there. Feeds it to Goncalo Guedes. Shalov's moved up the line. He's got Guendouzi there, flicks it on one more to Camavinga. A lovely ball to release the young Frenchman as Camavinga comes forward with it. He holds it up, tries to feed it through. He saw the run of Shalov. I don't think it would have been a very good pass anyway, as Danzo's come a long way to read that one very well. Shalov flicks that one. Hulk can't quite get there, and it's all Crystal Palace. Can't believe they're losing this one. 10 minutes to go. Camavinga brings the ball down well. Flicked up to Hulk to Shalov. Shalov sees the run of Eze, but couldn't get the pass quite right. And the thing with Crystal Palace is they're determined to play it along the ground, not really going for an aerial threat of looking to get Shalov's pace in behind using a ball over the top as Traore's got away from Zinchenko into Barkley. He keeps it in. Guendouzi with a block. Corner ball. 8 minutes to go in this one as it's Aston Villa in the ascendancy at the moment, and they have a 2-1 lead. Milivojevic with the corner. Swings it in. It's going to be Wesley against Ferro. Ferro does get there. Douglas Luiz a little bit of time. Ferro puts in a great challenge again. Ollie Watkins came on as a sub, and that one is blocked. And the Hulk can bring this away. He's not done well since coming on in this game. He really hasn't. Guendouzi Up it goes to Goncalo Guedes, up to Shalov. He's made a good run. He's got a square ball to Camavinga. Camavinga's got time and space. Camavinga has a hit. Oh, it's just over the bar. It was a great counter-attack from Crystal Palace as Camavinga just brought it forward here. I thought it was going to dip in under the bar, but not quite. So unlucky for the youngster. Oh, Guendouzi with a terrible pass to give it away in central midfield to Douglas Luiz as Wesley has won this game for Aston Villa 3-1. A terrible pass out from the back here from Guendouzi. I think he was trying to find Camavinga, but got it all wrong, and Douglas Luiz just picked it up easily into Wesley. Lovely little touch and turn. And Lafont ain't stopping that one in off the post. 3-1 to the home team. A very disappointing result for Crystal Palace. The performance hasn't been dreadful. It's just been a lack of finishing in the final third. And how many times was that said last season as well? As now Ollie Watkins comes forward with Danzo for company. The strength of Danzo wins the ball. Camavinga up towards Eze. And not, again, a bit of a wayward pass. Milivojevic looks up towards Wesley. Ferro wins it. Guendouzi tries to flick it onto the on-rushing Zinchenko, who loses out to Bertrand Traore. They go long towards Wesley again. Eze will pick this one up. Zinchenko looks like he's on his last legs. Eze's still got a bit of strength. Holds off Ross Barkley. Eze still coming forward with it. Turns, tries to lay a ball in, and that was such a bad decision. So that's full time 3-1 Aston Villa. Crystal Palace. But if we had XG in PES, I reckon ours would be well high. We created some really good chances. Only 2 shots on target though. And that's the problem on full manual is man of the match, Ross Barkley. So we remain in 6th actually, even after that result. Aston Villa climb above us into 5th. We're ahead of Arsenal, Tottenham, and then Newcastle, Bournemouth and Leeds make up the bottom 3. Sheffield United, West Ham not in very good positions, as are Nottingham Forest and Everton. Liverpool, Man City, Man United, Wolves, Villa, Crystal Palace make up the top 6. So not a bad performance. Little bit disappointing. Next up is the FA Cup, and we get a lovely little intro video for the FA Cup with the new mods that we've got. So we'll just enjoy this while it's happening. I'd like a good cup run. I would like a good cup run. I feel like I've never in Master League I never seem to do well in the cups, so I would enjoy to have a good cup run with Crystal Palace as well. It'd be good to win a trophy with Crystal Palace as well. Obviously, the ultimate game is to win the Premier League, but I think that could be quite a way off. Camavinga, yeah, he wants a good new contract, and Terrier is in there as well. Let's go and get Camavinga's contract nailed down first thing. Is he taking a pay cut? Oh, he's taking a £600 pay cut. Excellent. Excellent stuff, Camavinga. Well done. We'll have £450 back into the coffers. Thank you very much. As you have found Terrier, an 81 rated winger. 25. Speed and acceleration is pretty good. Balance is pretty good. Low pass, lofted pass, all looking pretty good. We'll keep an eye on him. See how he is doing. Next up, though, will be Stoke City in the FA Cup. So, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, for the FA Cup second round draw. It's second round fixture. Sorry, Stoke City hosting Crystal Palace, and the Crystal Palace fans have travelled in force to the Potteries. Bet365 Stadium, that's what it is. It's all up here somewhere. And Crystal Palace picking a strong team, but youngster Frank Ribery getting an outing and Martinelli getting a place up front. But we'll have the full lineups for you in just a second. So Stoke City, the home team. Davies in goal. Smith, Vimmer, Tompkins, Shawcross and Lowe at the back in the back 5. Woods and Allen supporting Brown, Campbell and El Kachati up front. Crystal Palace lining up in a 4-3-3 formation today with Lafont keeping his place in goal. Maitland-Niles comes in at right back. We have changes in the middle in Lee Kang in. Frank Ribery and Martinelli get a place in the front 3 as well. And the game is just about ready to get underway. FA Cup. Ruud Gullit has mentioned how he would like a good cup run with Crystal Palace. He's expecting an aerial bombardment from Stoke City. But Crystal Palace, in a rarity these days, come into a game as favourites as straight away El Kacheti tries to get in behind, but Tapsoba's there to cover and trusts his goalkeeper Lafont, who does go long towards Martinelli. And that back 5 of Stoke, I'd say a back 3, but it is a back 5, is going to be difficult to break down. And they are not afraid to chuck men forward as well. But Lee Kang in, who's we're seeing his first real opportunity in a Crystal Palace shirt to impress today. Frank Ribery out to Maitland-Niles, who has been pushed a little bit into the periphery of this Crystal Palace squad as Palacios finds a little bit of space. Shawcross tries to come and meet him. That one will go through to Davies. Tyrese Campbell puts a ball into Brown, who has previous against Crystal Palace, actually scoring the winner, or the fourth maybe, in a 4-1 win. Tyrese Campbell definitely came off the bench and caused a lot of problems for Crystal Palace when they met last season. But this has gone in towards Martinelli, who actually had a very good turn. Tompkins' clearance bounces fortuitously into Kevin Wimmer, and Ryan Shawcross, ex-club captain of Stoke, gets that one away. Zinchenko into Guendouzi, looks for Martinelli. Martinelli just holds the ball up and he's got lots of time to turn, and it's a shot, but it's a shot straight at Davies in goal. An easy save there for the Stoke City goalkeeper. Crystal Palace just starting to, get their force on the game and making some good incisive passes and keeping the ball well. Tyrese Campbell with a good flick on there, but again it's Zinchenko that's on hand to mop up the danger. Ferro meets that man again. Zinchenko looks for Guendouzi, overhits the pass though, and it's mopped up by Joe Allen into Tyrese Campbell, and El Kachati is tackled very well by Maitland-Niles, and that's another woeful pass. What am I doing? As El Kachati could be in here because Maitland-Niles was caught out of position. He's got it onto his right foot past the post. Remains 0-0, 15 minutes gone. Guendouzi, good ball picked up in central midfield, but Joe Allen has been a wily fox in central midfield today for Stoke City. Really controlling that midfield for them, not letting Lee Kang-in do anything in this game, as Goncalo Guedes is caught a little bit late, and Guedes wins the free kick. Just stole it in front of Woods, who then clattered the back of his leg, and it is a free kick to Crystal Palace. What can they do here? Guendouzi over it. He's actually taken a very clever little short free kick, but Lee Kang-in couldn't do much with it. And again, another one of these players who isn't really impressing too much on his debut, and Tapsoba's got to get his legs pumping here to catch up with Tyrese Campbell, and he's done that, but Campbell manages to turn. Lee Kang-in gives the ball away and then can't get it back. El Kachati's there, good save from Lafont. Really struggling to get a hold of this game, Crystal Palace. It was a good ball out there, but then Lee Kang-in, number 7 for Crystal Palace, gives it away. Good hit, good save from Lafont. It goes behind, corner to Stoke, and we know they will be a danger here as there's a short option from Woods which takes Palacios out of the game. Joe Allen does use a short option for Woods. Palacios goes out to meet him. Tapsoba gets a foot to it and hooks it away. Guendouzi then goes up and gets a bit lucky with the second bounce. Goes out towards Martinelli, who can flick this on one more to Franck Ribéry. Ribéry into Goncalo Guedes, can flick that one onto Martinelli, gets a shot off deflected. That will be a corner as well from one end to the other. Crystal Palace do love a counter-attack as Ribéry here fired it in. And it was a good touch and turn from Guedes. Martinelli could have laid it on one more to Guendouzi, but took the greedy option, had a shot. I'm sure his manager won't mind that too much at all. Now, can Crystal Palace have a little bit of a better luck with these set pieces? Tapsoba absolutely towering above Joe Allen there as it's bouncing around inside the box, and it's just about cleared away. Tapsoba winning the first header, as you would expect, above Joe Allen, and Maitland-Niles with a good tackle there. He runs forward with this one. He's got plenty of options into Lee Kang-in, and again body shape all wrong. Should have taken his time and didn't, and it goes past the post. Good tackle from Maitland-Niles, and this is what you expect more from Crystal Palace. Good, quick, attacking, incisive passes, but need to turn, touch and turn is what I need to do in that situation. Lee Kang-in picks the ball up in a little bit of space, holds off Woods there. Lee Kang-in, good footwork. It's going to bounce to Martinelli. Palacios can go out to Ribéry. If he can keep this one in, the youngster, he does well. Going to try and trick his way around low. Ribéry drops the shoulder, it's not enough, and El Kachati's back there to make a very simple tackle. Tyrese Campbell looks to turn over the top. Brown looked like he may have been offside, but Zinchenko's covered it really well again. And the young Ukrainian has, to be fair, he settled in very well since signing from Man City. As Guendouzi has to just track back into a more defensive-minded position. Joe Allen's going to be there. Palacios will pick up the loose ball, turn away from Joe Allen. Lee Kang-in knocks that one back to Guendouzi. Guendouzi's got pace to run into. Martinelli. How he goes towards Ribéry. Just touches that one away from low. Waits for the overlap from Maitland-Niles, who's going to try and put this one in towards Goncalo Guedes, and Oh, I think both players sort of won the header at the same time, and it just dropped like a stone into the hands of Davies in goal. And Stoke City trying to power their way through this game. Guendouzi's going to get on this ball surely ahead of Woods, and he has. Guendouzi flicked into Martinelli, on one more to Lee Kang-in, flicks it onto Palacios, who overruns it but slides in, gives away a foul. A wasted opportunity once again from Crystal Palace. 0-0, 10 minutes to go in the first half. Palacios invited forward by Guendouzi, and he has got a lot of space to run into here. Palacios goes round Tompkins. Palacios with a shot, great save from Davies again. Lowe can just hook that one up in the air. Ribery tries to nod it down to Maitland-Niles but can't get it right. And once again, Crystal Palace ruining the poor finishing in front of goal as Stoke City try to play their way out of trouble and have done pretty successfully. Maitland-Niles should be able to get on off Low and does well. Tapsoba puts a ball through into Goncalo Guedes. That was a lovely pass from Tapsoba. Lee Kang-in into Martinelli. Tries to flick it on one more to Ribery, but the ball is red. Guendouzi picks it up. Lee Kang-in. Goncalo Guedes. Can he just done that a little bit too early there? And Davies again. He's had a pretty charmed life back there. Everything's just sort of run through to him just at the last moment or bounced just in front of him for an easy catch. You sort of got to be feeling here that Stoke may take the lead and sit back, and this could be it. Brown's in, and he got that shot all wrong. And luckily it was straight at Lafont, who's fired that ball forwards into Lee Kang-in, who did a lovely touch around the corner. Guendouzi coming forwards again. Goncalo Guedes trying to be a bit patient and pick the right passes. Ribery. Lee Kang-in turns away from Joe Allen. Out to Zinchenko. Trying to lure Tommy Smith into a tackle, but can't do that. Guendouzi's on the edge and slides in, wins the ball. Palacios can try and turn away from Joe Allen, feeds it out to Ribery. Ribery with a little twist and turn, and the referee calls that as half-time. 0-0 here at the Bet365 Stadium. So Crystal Palace call for reinforcements, more like. Sorry, not reinforcements. I don't know what they are. As Shalov comes on to replace Franck Ribery. Another disappointing performance from the very highly rated youngster at Crystal Palace, but he's just not getting into the game as much as it is like, as El Kachati has sort of fluked his way around Tapsoba there, and it took a number of people to win that ball back for Crystal Palace. Lee Kang-in goes up towards Palacios. Palacios tries to feed a ball through to Shalov. Went one way then the other, but again easy for Davies as it trickles through. And Crystal Palace still hoping to find that breakthrough. Shalov flicked into Lee Kang-in's path. He's got a great run from Guendouzi. It's one out to Goncalo Guedes, who gets robbed by Joe Allen, and this is the issue that Crystal Palace have at the moment. It's all a little bit too narrow, too congested and too tight, and Brown's going to look to try and get in here. Ferro covers it well and shows good composure to pick out Tapsoba. Lee Kang-in. Terrible pass. Palacios into Lee Kang-in. He's got Guendouzi coming forward on that side. He's got Lee Kang-in square and picks him out. Lee Kang-in with a shot over the bar. Took a touch, took his time, turned well, but the shot just wasn't on point and it goes flying over. Lee Kang-in to Guendouzi. Guendouzi attracted the defenders. Laid a square pass in. Good turn from Lee Kang-in, and then the shot just rushed as Joe Allen slid in. Shalov has closed down Shawcross really well there, and it's Martinelli who's bursting through up against Vim, and Martinelli just couldn't beat him for pace, and Palacios has got in here, can fire this across goal, but it's cleared away. Bit of a wasted opportunity. Guendouzi to Lee Kang-in, surely fouled there, and is. Woods had a little nibble and didn't get the ball. 55 minutes gone. And Crystal Palace have an opportunity here. Lee Kang-in turned really well away from Woods actually and did well to win the foul. And Zinchenko stands over it. Obviously, Eze is the normal free kick taker, not in the team today. But Lee Kang-in comes highly rated with free kicks and highly recommended. This one is up and over the wall, but a bit too close to Davies. Maybe that effort on target will give Lee Kang-in a boost of confidence, because it looks like he needs it today. Guendouzi. Goncalo Guedes, Lee Kang-in, flick round the corner nicely to Palacios. Palacios fancies a go from range again. Davies with a good save. It's absolutely relentless from Crystal Palace at the moment. It's attack after attack as Goncalo Guedes gets his body in the way for that one. Tyrese Campbell, and there is an overload here, and El Kachati could be in, and Maitland-Niles doesn't know whether to come or go and track the runner, as Ferro can see that one out. And half an hour to go, 0-0. So Lee Kang-in's game comes to an end as club captain Eze comes on to the pitch to replace him. So with half an hour to go, Stoke City going all out for this one as Ryan Shawcross has become a very early auxiliary centre forward. And that will, well, potentially leave gaps at the back for Stoke City, but they were already having 5 defenders there, so there may not be too many open ones, although Palacios, he could have picked Martinelli, he could have picked Shalov, and he picked it straight down the middle to Kevin Wimmer, who, if you didn't know, isn't on his team. Palacios, again, let that, for some reason, let that one run through. Ferro beaten in the air. Shawcross tries to put that one through. It's going to fall to Brown. Brown with a shot. He's hit the post. And the rebound will come to El Kachati, who puts this one in, and that time Brown doesn't miss. 64 minutes gone and Stoke City find a breakthrough. And what is it with me and playing Stoke and not being able to win? I don't know what it is. I absolutely hate them. And Babu's picked the ball up. He's come on the left-hand side for Zinchenko. Picks the ball up deep in his own half. Guendouzi tries to turn and give it out to Martinelli. Up to Eze. Eze to Shalov. Shalov just holds on to the ball, waiting for a run. There's really no movement. Shalov's done incredibly well to hold on to that. As Maitland-Niles is there, fires it across, and it's just stopped in front of Eze. And again, swiped away from Stoke by Stoke at the last minute. There's been so much of that today. Stoke City defending with their lives in this FA Cup tie. As Ferro intercepts it. Eze's there again. Fires this one up towards Martinelli, who does get there in front of Shawcross, but a good tackle, and I think it's been given a foul to Stoke City, I think, unbelievably. In our last throw of the dice, it's Gabriel Barbosa and Hulk off the bench for Crystal Palace. 15 minutes to go. And Ruud Gullit has chucked all of his attacking options on. 5 attackers on the pitch. 5 what you could class as out-and-out striking players on the pitch now. And Barbosa is straight into the action. Goncalo Guedes feeds it out to Shalov, who's going to try and put that one in towards Hulk. But Davies easily catches that again. Crystal Palace appear to be running out of ideas right now as Davies goes long and up with the kick into Sam Klukas. He brings that one down to bring Joe Allen into play, and Crystal Palace are stuck with a back 4, meaning they're going to be very light in central midfield right now. Ferro is pushed out of the ball, which I cannot believe, by a knackered striker. Eze with a good foot in. It's going to bounce kindly for Stoke again though, and it's panic stations at the back for Palace. I mean, this is not the sort of defending you expect from a Premier League team. Lafont's there. He bundles it out quickly to Eze. He goes up the line to Martinelli. Martinelli holds it up well and gives it back to Hulk. Hulk goes back to Martinelli again. These two linking well. Martinelli sees the run of Shalov, who's going to get there. Oh, what a save from Davies that was. And is that the moment with 8 minutes to go? If Shalov had just dinked him, may have been an equaliser. Ferro up towards Campbell, gets that one, and Babu covers it well. Just turns. Good composure from the fullback. Tapsoba goes long. He's caught late, but Shalov might get on this one. Referee brings it back for the free kick, and it is going to give Crystal Palace a chance to pump this one long as they send everybody forward. Lafont to put his foot through it. He's going towards Hulk, who doesn't get the flick on, but does cause a bit of danger up there. Brown. Bauer. Hulk was trying to track the run there. Brown is coming forward with it again. Hulk really far back, not where we want him. As Crystal Palace are now all out attack. And Babu, can he pick the pass? No, he can't. And Joe Allen's there, and I mean, Crystal Palace probably don't deserve anything from this game as Hulk comes forward. They've got numbers here. Hulk is going, he's completely... Oh, it was completely unpressurised, and then I completely messed it up. What am I playing at in that sort of situation? They've got a man over now. Tapsoba's tired and can't get back. Here's James Chester. About a minute to go. They go long, and Babu is there covering. It's going to fall to Brown. Ferro reads it incredibly well. Tries to put his foot through it along the ground. Brown's there. Tapsoba has gone up front. That's a lovely turn from Brown into Tyrese Campbell. He shoots past the post. 2 minutes of injury time. Can Crystal Palace muster One last opportunity. Lafont puts his foot through it. It goes up towards Tapsoba. Him and Tompkins wrestling, getting each other's way. Goncalo Guedes knows he's got Mbabu's pace to rely on. Mbabu tries to flick it in. Barbosa up against Shawcross. Shawcross wins it. It falls to Hulk. Hulk with a really bad touch. And it's cleared away. We've lost the Stoke. Why can't I beat Stoke? It's so... I think I lost to them both times last year in the league. And we're knocked out in the first pissing round of the FA Cup to them again. A very even game. Why can't I score against Stoke? Oh... I don't know if it's because they play 5 out-and-out defenders and that just really throws me off and I can't play through it. But we're out of the FA Cup. There goes that run. That's done. The FA Cup run's done. That's over with. Bloody hell. Infuriating episode, that one. Really infuriating. Ah, frustrating. Ribery's injured. I mean, he's been useless. Absolutely useless. Shocking. And now we've got this run coming up. I mean... A 3-1 loss to Villa and a 1-0 loss to Stoke. Infuriating episode. Wolves off camera and then it's Spurs and Arsenal in the next one. And I'll be in a better mood then. And we'll catch you for that episode. So thank you so much for tuning in. Infuriating. Do we sell Ribery? Do we try and cash in? He's got a big value. I might try and cash in. And then we can spend that money elsewhere. But thank you so much for watching. For now, I'm out. Cheers.